And the Impact Award for Excellence in Housing. Please welcome to the stage former CHPC board member, currently the vice chair of the board of the New York Housing Authority, Emily Yousoff.
Hi, everybody. I must say I'm glad I'm a little taller than Geraldine because I felt like it was a mannequin, a puppet down here talking. I am very pleased to be here, and I'm here to talk about University Avenue. Built in the 1920s as a destination for hardworking immigrants, the grand buildings of Morris Heights were a destination to support the progress of the American dream. Sadly, by the late 1970s, waves of arson spread through the neighborhood, and through a HUD foreclosure action, NYCHA stepped in to take ownership of these 18 buildings. Through this intervention, the buildings were saved from abandonment as NYCHA owned and operated them as public housing for 20 years. In the long term, however, NYCHA did not have the capital allocations that could provide the kind of renovation that these magnificent buildings required. By 2003, NYCHA was seeking experienced, creative, and committed development partners to undertake the sale and then the rehabilitation of these properties. NYCHA could not have found two better development teams, nor had two better partners than Peter Magistro, at Bronx Pro Real Estate, and Michael Rooney, Nicola, DeAcetis, Chris Bramwell, and Ben Upshaw of the Arista Development Group. The workmanship that these teams undertook to restore these beautiful pre-war buildings while maintaining their affordability was truly outstanding. The attention to detail and the efforts to preserve the old world charm of the buildings are evident, from the restoration of the entranceways and courtyards to the artistry of the tile work and hallway details. At the same time, they are now completely modern and ready for the 21st century with state-of-the-art green technologies. Closing the final phases of the project in the midst of a financial crisis created some daunting challenges. Both development teams work closely with NYCHA's partners at HDC, HPD, and JP Morgan Chase. We were able to respond to the changing markets with flexibility, offer up innovative financing solutions, including, and not to be minimized, but actually truly appreciated, developer equity. The sale of these buildings also netted over $23 million to NYCHA to reinvest in public housing. As a result, today, there are 784 households, including former public housing residents and low and moderate income families, who are living in a vibrant and mixed income community. The people we are about to honor both have incredible management teams. They're known, and we are ensured that these buildings serve as affordable housing and will continue to be a beautiful place to live now and in the future. So I'd like to thank and call out Peter, Mike, Chris, and Ben. I'm better with first names. And I'm honored on behalf of the board of CHPC to present you with the Impact Award, which hopefully is here somewhere. I'm sorry about that.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad to see that Emily is more nervous than I am, so that makes it a little easier for me. What I'd like to say to everybody is that we find ourselves with a special gift as developers of affordable housing. We're able to change lives in the work we do, and I think you all deserve an applaud for those efforts. It's not just one group of people, Michael or myself, but it's everybody. So I applaud you all as my partners indirectly and directly in the affordable housing. As Emily said, in 2004, when we first started this process, there were 18 vacant or mostly vacant buildings in the neighborhood and 2 underutilized parks. Today, there are over 700 homes that Michael and I created collectively that people can live in and enjoy beautiful housing. We further looked at that, what we've done there, and said, basically, we created a village. We have a little village here. And so to make a village, you need a community. So what we did was we invested in community facility spaces with 3 nonprofit indirect partners, Palladia, Bronx Works, and Featherbed Association. These 3 nonprofits brought daycare to the community for our residents and the general community. They brought, I'm not so sure exactly what Palladia, I think that they do counseling for substance abuse. And the third partner brought in a after-school program. We further looked at the properties and our commitment to sustainability. We built what I think was called the largest solar thermal installation, or one of the largest in the rehab buildings in the northeast. That project received an award for best solar thermal by the New York energy industry, and received an award for being one of the best. As you can see, I'm as nervous as Emily, so please pardon me. And we have 2 more things to do here with this project. And one of them is a distinctive sidewalk, which took us 2 years to get approved, but it's finally in place for our commercial strip that will be done by the end of this year. And we also have something that we're very proud of. We took one of the vacant lots and created a park. It's in progress now. It's an art park that's taken after the famous artist and architect Gaudi from Barcelona. And what we're doing here is we're working with 3 artists, and we're creating mosaic art with our local high school and elementary school and our community. So we look forward to that being a success and adding to the community as well. So none of this gets done by us or me, but gets done by a number of people. So I thank all those people, but I want to remember that the vision comes from the top. And in this case, there's 2 agencies, 3 agencies, and a community representatives that supported us in this process. HPD, we had 3 commissioners. I think Matthew was at the tail end of it, but Sean and Raphael certainly were there. 2 NYCHA chairs, Tino Hernandez and John Rea. We had 2 program directors one from program managers from HPD, Wendy Reitmeyer, that worked with us, and Burton Leon, who worked with us as the NYCHA representative. We had 2 HDC presidents during that tenure. One was Emily, and one, of course, is Mark. And Joan Talley, who worked with us very closely on this stuff. 2 banks, Banco Popular and JP Morgan Chase. 1 great syndicator enterprise. Through 2 borough presidents, Adolfo Carrion and Ruben Diaz. And fortunately, the development staff for the borough presidents remained in both administrations, and Wilhelm Ronda and James Rouse, and Wilhelm's here with us today, were very important supporters to the project. And finally, our community board district manager, Xavier Rodriguez, who was a champion for this project to happen from its very beginning. And just end on, and not to belabor this, but there are two other people I want to mention. One of them is in my staff is Dawn Davis, who I see all her friends clapping there. Without Dawn's leadership, we would, HPD, NYCHA, and myself would be still collaborating on the first collaboration. So thank you, Dawn. And one other person, and I'm finished, I promise, and it's Frank Corniel, who's our general manager for our property management. Without him, the properties wouldn't remain as well as they are. So thank you.
Hello, everyone. I just want to start off by congratulating Commissioner Wambua and HPD for their Impact Award and Excellence in Planning. And I also want to thank Citizens Housing Planning Council for recognizing Bronx Pro and Arista for our development efforts on NYCHA's UAC site. I believe that these two awards are a testimony to the fact that if you develop affordable housing with middle income and market rate finishes, you will at the same time transform the lives of those residents who will in turn respect and better preserve what you built for them. If we respect and care for our residents, they will respect and work better with us. However, in all honesty, I cannot really take credit for the success of UAC. I really need to give credit to people like Eileen Popkin, formerly from NYCHA, who had the vision, and now John Ray and Emily Yousoff, who still share that vision to work with private developers, which doesn't only raise money for NYCHA, but it improves aging NYCHA housing sites. It keeps a portion of the units available for NYCHA residents that want to move into them. It adds to the stock of affordable quality housing for non-NYCHA residents, and it stabilizes communities that need the touch of local housing developers like Bronx Pro and Arista to work alongside existing NYCHA housing developments in those same neighborhoods. I also want to give credit to our tax credit and equity and lending partners, Hudson Housing Capital, Chase, HPD, and HDC. It was truly great to work with partners that share the same vision and goals as we do. I want to give credit to my partners in Arista, Nick DeAcetis, Ben Upshaw, and Chris Bromwell. Our development of UAC was a true team effort. And finally, but most important, I want to give thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who blessed me by allowing me to work with so many dedicated people in this industry and serve the affordable housing industry of New York City. Thank you very much.